get started. Town of Stellarton Council meeting, May
9th, yes.
May 9th, 2022, sorry. 5 p.m. start time. We changed the start time to accommodate the West Ray event at 7 o'clock this evening. Want to make sure there's some representation there. I'm zooming in. I've had a close contact with COVID in the weekend and experienced some symptoms, and the rest of the council is in the chambers. So the first item is, sorry, we're also missing Deputy Mayor Pence, who is home sick. Can I approve the agenda, please? Are there any changes or additions?
I have two additions. The funders report from Healthy Pictou County, which I would like to add under correspondence C. And correspondence D, a letter from the VON.
I so move.
Okay, if there's no further additions, can I have a motion to approve, please?
Simon. Move.
I'll second.
Moved by Councillor Wan, seconded by Councillor Campbell. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded. Motion carried. Nancy, thank you. The approval of minutes are next. They're the April 11th, 2022. They're distributed electronically. They're also part of the package during errors or omissions.
I move to accept as written.
I'll second that.
Moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Councillor Campbell. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded. Motion carried. Nancy, thank you. Is there any business arising from the minutes?
I have
Okay, so we can move on to item 4, which is reports from staff. 4A is Chief Mark Kovac, Stellarton Police Service. The report's attached. Is there any questions or comments in the report? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve it, please?
So moved.
I'll second that, and I just want to thank two officers, Gabe and Charlie, on a very pleasant experience that a resident have had with them recently in last Thursday. And they were very friendly, and the person in question is from Halifax, so she is not used to friendly faces from the cops. So she was very, very impressed. So thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you for the feedback. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded, most carried. Nancy, thank you. 4B is Fire Chief Michael Sullivan. The fire department's reports included. Any questions or comments?
I move to accept the report.
I'll second that.
Moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Councillor Campbell. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded, most carried. Nancy, thank you. 4C is Paige Clark, Marketing Communications. Any questions or comments on her report? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve it, please, as presented?
So moved.
I'll second.
Moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Councillor Wand. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. Nancy, thank you. 4D, Blaine and Murray, Town Engineer. 2 reports, the water report and the public works reports. Any questions?
The question is not for the engineer, Your Worship. The question is for the clerk, for the CAO. When are we going to have some communication about the treatment that we'll be doing for the Janus?
For the Jasmine?
Yeah.
The communication will come out once they are still engaging with CBCL. So as council is aware, Stellarton, the town of Stellarton is the first pilot project in Atlantic Canada that will be doing this. So once the budget is officially approved, then the information will be going out to the residents.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And I'll move.
I move to accept the report.
Do I have a seconder?
I'll second that.
Moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Councillor Campbell. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded. Most carried unanimously for both reports. We'll move on to 4E, Noah Delory, Active Community Living Coordinator. Any questions on his report?
I don't know if the CEO or if Brian would have any update on the homecoming, please.
Homecoming. Yeah, it's well underway. Both Noah and Paige have been looking after it. We're looking at having a dance outside, and we're looking at having tenting area for the seating. We looked at a big tent, that's big bucks, and the other issue was tie downs, because where we're having it in the parking lot, we'd have to drill into the pavement. We don't want to do that. They are actively involved in trying to get donations to help with the cost, because the cost is going to go up this year. Thank you very much to Nova Scotia Liquor Commission in cooperation with Chad. They're going to provide a bus this year so that we can transport anybody that's drinking back and forth, so they won't need to take their cars. Sobeys, or Big 8, has generously donated water for the event. The bands are already booked and ready to go. Everything is in place. Noah and Paige have been speaking with the Liquor Commission. They need to speak with the fire marshal now to make sure everything is in place. There's going to be a couple events added this year. One is with the children. They're going to have on Wednesday and Saturday for the children. And the other thing is on Sunday afternoon, where it's quiet, we're going to have a band in the park. So in the afternoon, so the seniors can entertain. Usually it's dead in the afternoon. I think that's about all up to this point, that as far as we got, but it's well underway. What they've been doing basically, because Noah and Paige is the first time doing it, I've been working with them, but they've been meeting privately, I shouldn't say privately, but meeting with the individual groups just to get feedback from the individual groups on it. But all participants that have been involved are getting involved again. Nova Scotia Spirits is going to be involved as well as backstage. So that'll be added to it as well. So it seems to be flowing well. It should go off well, unless we get massive rains or bad weather, inclement weather. The only thing that could throw it off.
Two questions, Brian. First one is the additional concert in the park would be in addition to the Wednesday concert?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Like I said, usually on Sunday afternoon, what I found was it was a dead.
Yeah.
Nothing went on until Sunday evening.
Yeah.
So the fireworks, as I think I mentioned it before, the costs have gone up by 30%.
Yeah.
That's going to inflate the costs. The police department, Chief Holback is involved with them. He's looking after the security to make sure nothing goes off the rails.
Perfect.
What was your second question?
The second question is about street closure. Will we have street closure this year?
I'm sorry?
Street closure,
Yes.
4th Street.
Yes, thank you for asking that. I think what we're going to do is increase the size with this year, because of Nova Scotia Spirits. We'll
Perfect.
probably go from light to light
Okay,
and
thank you.
open the street up.
Thank you very much, Brian.
Not a problem.
That's an excellent update. Thank you very much, Councillor Knight, and thank you, Councillor Wong, for the questions. So I think I'll need a motion to approve that report.
Okay, I'll move on that motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Councillor Campbell. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded, most carried unanimously. Thank you. Move on to correspondence. 5A is Municipality of Shelburne to Premier Houston.
Yes, so, Council, this may seem like a moot point at this point, but it's from the municipality of Shelburne to Premier Houston regarding the proposed non-resident provincial property tax. And it has since been announced that the province of Nova Scotia has shelved that tax and will just be keeping the transfer tax. So, just for your information.
Thank you. 5B, Municipal Affairs and Housing, the NSFM.
Every year, municipalities across the province of Nova Scotia receive a 12-month letter from the Municipal Affairs and Housing. And this is basically a letter that determines any major changes that will be, that municipalities will be responsible for, and it's giving a 12-month notice. There is nothing really substantial that we need to be concerned about. They're talking about renegotiating the memorandum of understanding with the municipalities regarding our municipal financial capacity grant, but there's been no information to date. Council is aware that last year in the fall, municipalities received a double municipal capacity grant, which we put in our reserves. The other thing that would affect the town of Stellarton is basically just through the police department, Department of Justice, biological casework analysis agreement, and they're just saying that that is expected to stay the same.
Okay. Thank you. We're grateful to the province for the doubling of the tax last year, the share that we received. We needed that quite a bit, and we're grateful to the province for providing it for us. 5C, funding report, Healthy Pictou County.
Council received their funding report for May 2022 from the Healthy Pictou County. I'm not sure if there's any questions on that, but you had received that via email.
Is there any questions? Okay, we'll move on to 5D, the VON.
We received a letter from the VON. VON week this year is May 22nd to the 28th, and their theme is VON 125 as they celebrate VON's long history and bright future of leading home and community care in Canada's healthcare system. They would be honored if Council would participate in a short and socially distanced gathering with a very small number of VON staff in Pictou site and support them in celebrating VON Week in our community by A, proclaiming the opening of VON Week. They have arranged with the Stellarton Fire Department to raise their VON flag, light up the municipal landmark in our town square in blue. Apparently we did that last year, and share on our social media posts. So if council wishes, I just need a motion to move forward with that.
Yeah, on that flag, and would it be possible to put a flag up on our pole as well? I think now that we've got the authorization.
I can certainly let them know that we do now allow
Okay.
that through policies, and if they wish, that we can put it up in our town square.
Okay. I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
So moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Councillor Lalonde. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Contrary minded, motion carried unanimously. Thank you. The VON does great work, as we all know, in the community, so we're happy to support them any way we can. Item 6 is Committee of the Whole.
The following recommendations are for council's consideration from the Committee of the Whole meeting held on April 25th, 2022. On recommendation of Committee of the Whole, Council approved the patching tender received from SW Weeks Construction in the amount of $59,800, including HST, as it was the lowest bid received. Recommendation number 2, Committee of the Whole, Council approved the transfer of the domain name registration from Add Value International to rebel.ca as per the recommendation of the IT service provider, Lucas Technologies. Number 3, Council approved the participation of the Town of Stellarton into the Mentoring Plus program. And number 4, Council approved the recommendation of Tracy Hale as Stellarton's Volunteer of the Year for 2022.
Okay, these were discussed in detail at Committee of the Whole meeting. If there's no further questions or comments, can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Councillor Campbell. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Contrary minded? Motion carried. Thank you. We're on to item 7, policy amendment, the commemorative bench and tree policy.
Yes, so this is for council's consideration to update the contact for the commemorative bench and tree policy to our active living coordinator, as well as to increase the cost from $1,000 to $1,500.
I so move.
Okay, is there any questions on that policy? Can I have a motion?
Simon moved.
Councillor Juan moved on it, I'll second.
Moved by Councillor Juan, seconded by Councillor Knight. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Contrary minded? Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. Next, another policy. This is a vehicle anti-idling policy, 7 days notice.
Yes, this is for council's consideration for an anti-idling for the town vehicles.
We discussed this at committee of the whole as well.
Yes.
I think I missed that committee, the whole meeting. Is that something that's going to be across the county?
This is just for the town of Stellarton.
No, but I mean, do you know if the other towns are?
I know that the town of New Glasgow has an anti-idling policy. I'm not aware of any others.
Okay, I'll move to accept.
I'll second that.
Moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Councillor Luan. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Contrary minded? Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. We have a bylaw amendment, number 48, Stellarton Police Commission, second and final reading.
Yes, the first reading was done at the April 11th council meeting. An ad was placed in the newspaper on April 20th, and this is the second and final reading as per guidelines, MGA guidelines.
Any motion on that? I'll move to accept.
I'll second that.
Moved by Councillor Knight, seconded by Councillor Campbell. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. Reports from outside agencies?
I have no reports. I am not aware of any other council reports, but I have none.
And we have 2 meetings coming up in the next week that will be in the next, the June for information purposes. So you'll see it next month for sure from both
Your
the
worship.
shared service and the wellness center.
Your worship, I just speak on the mental health crisis group. Just update the council. We're supposed to have a meeting today, but it's been postponed. Minister Comer, Brian Comer, is coming in next month from Cape Breton, and they're going to make time to meet with the group. We felt today, whereas Premier Tim Houston was away and Pat Dunn is in California, we thought that it would be a good idea to postpone it and then sit with the group. But before that, we're going to sit again and put together our facts to present to Minister Comer. As you know, we're trying to upgrade the mental crisis group here and get some more doctors here, psychiatrists, and whatever have you. So I just want to report on that.
Thank you, Councilor Knight, for that report, and thank you for the work. It's an important piece of work, and hopefully we will make some headway
Yeah,
before too long.
I want to thank Councillor Knight as well. It's very much needed in Pictou County, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I appreciate you putting in the time.
Thank you, Councillor Wong. Of course, I can't do it without the council support. With you guys and you girls behind me, make it a lot easier to
Anything
go
you
forward.
need.
Thank you.
Okay, gentlemen, who would like to speak at the open forum? Hearing nobody, well, the next council meeting is June 13th, 2022 at 5:30 p.m. start time. It'll be at the council chambers. Thank you, everyone.
And just to note before adjournment is that the town of Stellarton will be having their budget council meeting on Wednesday at noon, and that will also be live streamed.
Great, thank you for that.
I move for adjournment in the absence of our esteemed Councillor Pence is not here.
Thank you for that, Councillor Wong. We appreciate it. Meeting